Hi, it's Jason Wampler with the company Wampler. We are aerospace engineers, designers, inventors, designers, engineers, and manufacturers of sounding rockets, high altitude scientific research rockets, and we're actually engaging in the process of building a micro launch vehicle in an attempt to get something into orbit. That project's about 2 years out before its completion. Listen, the reason for this discussion, I'm continuously overhauling the format, my approach to making use of YouTube. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm still the founder of Red Howell Rocket Society. We haven't had a launch yet, so the thing is, every day for the rest of my life, as far as the internet and YouTube are in existence, I'll be coming on at 10 p.m. Hopefully, I can get go live status, but we'll see how that goes. You have to work with YouTube on that one, and there's security clearances for that. They have to go through the FCC as well, I believe, to make sure content is controlled, regulated, and is most appropriate. So it's not censorship so much as simply, well, shall I say, preventing the American public from being incited to riots. Certain words cause anger, and I do understand that, but here's the format, and this is it, I hope. Monday night, basic 10 p.m., basic rocket building. Tuesday night, 10 p.m., advanced rocket building and team rocket building as it relates to meteorological rockets, high-powered rockets, high-altitude rockets, and even launch vehicles. So I'm kind of a newbie to launch vehicles, but just bear with me. We'll learn together. Wednesday night is, Wednesday night's the big one. It is age restricted, 18 and over, and that is it. I'm very specific about that. I want it to be 21 and over, but I can't access that type of feature on YouTube, but that's okay. Wednesday night, 10 p.m. is model rocket motor theory, design, and construction. So, and we're only starting on the model. I keep saying the word model. I gotta stop doing that. Rocket motors. All we're gonna do is talk about materials and equipment and designs. We're not going to talk about propellant grain formulations and how to cast fuel grains. I'm not going to be able to do that for probably about another 6 months to a year when I get in a safe brick and mortar facility where we can mix and test these fuels. I can't do it in Costa Mesa or even anywhere in Orange County. However, I am thinking about approaching the Costa Mesa Fire Department and asking them exactly how that would work if I was, say, to inquire of the assistance of the fire department and the use of their facilities. What type of insurancing or licensing do I need for that, or if that's even possible. So Thursday night is the fourth class. That is at 10 p.m. That is tool requirements, shop setup, and machining. And that's going to be an ongoing class too. If it ends, it'll just loop back through the same information again. But there's almost an endless requirement for tooling and shop setup, so it's an ongoing class as well. I said it was temporary before, but it's ongoing. Okay, Friday night is launch equipment. So everything you need for a launch stand, an ignition control unit, and a battery pack with a recharger, an AC charging port to be self-contained in the field, including the field of emergency repair equipment, tooling and supplies, and such and so forth. But that's also going to kind of lead into our sixth class, which is behavior requirements and code of conduct and what you need to do at the launch range when you're at a launch event. Again, either with NAR, AAA, John Wickman Space Camp, or my own rocket club, Red Howell Rocket Society, which is not attached in any way, shape, or form to any government or military or the other aforementioned clubs, or even NASA. So we're on our own. This club, Red Howell Rocket Society, at our launches, it is dedicated pretty much to the engineering professional, the manufacturers, the fabricators, the technicians, the mechanics, anybody and everybody involved in building a rocket. And especially it's aimed at new and upcoming students that want to get into aerospace, specifically as it relates to designing, engineering, and building rockets. There are a lot of people out there with a bunch of great ideas, but the problem is, I believe aerospace technology has simply been retarded because, the progress has been retarded or held back because of, a lot of the aerospace companies, their business model, it just doesn't work. As far as talent acquisition is concerned, they rattle off a couple sentences. This is how we get talent, and this is what a lot of these people do. Well, if you can't find people with real talent, and you don't allow them to engage in very, very serious experimental ideas that you think might be dangerous or wasteful, guess what? The technology that you're trying to engage in as a large-scale aerospace company, it's not going to progress. You're going to go back on, reverse engineering other people's ideas, bastardizing, taking one half a rocket, sticking it on top of another, fitting it, cutting it, welding, and putting a paint job on it. And that's not progress. That's just an excuse. So the whole wide world of engineering and manufacturing as regards to rockets and cars and everything else, especially airplanes too, is held back. It's retarded because the corporate business models that make up these aerospace companies, they don't work. They don't work on an essential level, on talent acquisition and exploration of brand new ideas. So, but that's not just an opinion. In my observation, that's a fact. So I'm not going to use this political platform to aggravate other people. I can pick my fights. If someone comes forth and starts arguing with me and picking a fight with me, guess what? I'm not the type of guy that'll back down from a fight, and that's a promise. So, 50 years old, I've learned one thing: people don't respect cowards. You got to stand up for yourself. So, where are we up to? So we are up to class number 6, which is on Saturday nights, 5 p.m. Jeez, if I got that right. Hold on. Class number 1, basic rocketry. Class number 2, advanced model rocketry. Class number 3, rocket motors. Class number 4, tooling and equipment and shop setup. Class number 5, which is Friday night, launch equipment and launch support equipment like a launch rod and a launch initiator, battery pack with recharge interface. And then that's 6 is code of conduct at a launch meet. So we're at class number 7, Sunday night, 10 p.m. Now this is interesting. It's not really a class. I want to develop a forum or discussion. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. We're going to discuss the subject in regards to truth and fiction, science and versus fiction and science fiction, and we're going to start talking about the model YF 2300. If nobody knows what that vehicle is, it is also known as the Millennium Falcon in all the Star Wars movies. Now, I've always thought about, well, what would I do if I opened this up to open forum and actually started talking about it? And I was kind of thinking, that's just a fantasy. Well, Facebook and YouTube and Reddit and all these social sites and the internet and the easy information, you can download information, makes a lot of people's otherwise fantasies and dreams very possible. You can now e-publish. You can write a whole book and e-publish. You can do that by yourself without getting somebody else, a couple hundred other clearinghouses or publishing houses' approval. You don't need people's approval to gravitate to your own level. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., for the sake of time and also for the sake of the memory storage space on my phone, I have to limit the discussion to half an hour. We're going to discuss the YF 2300 model series light freighter spacecraft, which is also known as, as per Han Solo and the movie Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon. The reason I'm discussing that, and I'm also going to discuss the SS Enterprise and Star Trek, we need to disband the fallacies and notions that are found in science fiction movies and shows versus what real, very viable technology they are introducing. After all, it is science. It is fiction, but it's also science. So it's two words in one. The Millennium Falcon is a very, very interesting spacecraft. It has been claimed by astrophysicists and aeronautical and aerospace engineers that it is one of the single most realistic spaceship designs of all time, and it has a staying power of over 40 or 50 years. So the person who designed the Millennium Falcon, they were doing something right. But more on that tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Sunday, January the 3rd, 2021. This new year, Happy New Year to everybody. We'll see you then. And that is, by the way, Pacific Standard Time. That is going to take place in Estancia High School parking lot, because tomorrow night I'm probably going to be working till 1 in the morning on one of 5 different individual rockets, experimental rockets I'm trying to build right now. I'm so excited about that. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye-bye.